What's up, Rich Squad guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the 28th episode of my series 100 Days to the 2018 World Cup. And in this video, I'll be talking about my 2018 World Cup Golden Boot shortlist. And I'll be doing a little bit of history and everything. Okay, do we have anyone in the chat? What's up? We have Bethel Kibidi in the chat right now. What's up, Bethel? We have Omar M in the chat. What's up? We're going to wait for a few more people to join the live stream so we can start with this discussion. I don't want to make it too long today, but I want to make it really sweet. So we have Omar, not Omar M, AVJ123, Donovan McCrab up in here. What's up, everyone? We have 9 individuals so far. Okay, so guys, in today's video, I want to talk about my potential, Golden Boot winners, basically, for the 2018 World Cup. I have a short list of candidates from every single team. So basically, even though I predicted that some teams won't make it to the round of 16, we definitely still can see a Golden Boot winner from a team who doesn't make it out the group. It can happen. It has happened before. So guys, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button, make sure you do that right now. Let's get this video to as many likes as possible. And also, if you're not subscribed and you're watching this replay, make sure you do so. So who do we have here? Brian Hina Joseph said fresh kit. Yes, guys, I have retired the Uruguay kit. It has lasted 27 episodes. 27 episodes, man. That's a really long time. So I'm going to be using this kit and a few other kits from now on. Just wait for it. I'm not going to let you know which kits I got. So, you just have to wait for it. Okay, why this shirt? All right, my choice of shirt, it's what I like. It doesn't have anything to do with who I'm going for at the World Cup or anything. I like the shirt. It's a nice shirt. Look at it. It's bright, it's vibrant, and it's fiery, so, and it has very, very rich history to it, the Spanish shirt. Okay, also, if any one of you guys are interested in sending me a kit, I see people saying I should get this, I should get that. Why don't you send me a kit? My address is in the description box down below. All right, so guys, we are going to get into this video. I have my notes right here. And first things first, before we talk about the 2018 World Cup potential Golden Boot winners, we have to go down memory lane. We have to do a recap of every single Golden Boot winner there ever was. So let's go all the way back to 1990. So guys, right now, if you guys want to chat amongst each other, you can do that right now in the chat. But for now, I'll be focusing on the camera. So guys, we go right back to 1930, the first World Cup ever, 1930, hosted by Uruguay. We had Guillermo Stabil. He scored 8 goals for Argentina, and they were runners-up at that World Cup. So the first Golden Boot winner, his team didn't win. It was a runners-up. So we go on to 1934, and the Golden Boot winner was Oldrich Neheldy, and he scored 5 goals for Czechoslovakia, and Czechoslovakia were runners-up as well. That World Cup, Italy went on to win that World Cup. The 1930 Uruguay won that World Cup. So let me put some of that info inside as well. I don't have it written down, but let me put it in. The 1934 World Cup was hosted by Italy. Let's move on to the 1938 World Cup hosted by France. Leonidas scored 7 goals for Brazil, and Brazil placed 3rd at that tournament. Let's skip the 1942, 1946. There was no World Cups because of the World War II going on. And in 1950, the World Cup came back to South America. It was hosted by Brazil. And Ademir, he scored 8 goals for Brazil, and Brazil were runners-up at that tournament. 1954 World Cup hosted by Switzerland. Sandor Kocsis scored 11 goals for Hungary. That was Hungary's golden era. So, you know, Sandor Kocsis and Ferenc Puskás were on fire those days. You know, he scored 11 goals. Hungary placed second. In 1958, the World Cup was hosted by Sweden, and Just Fontaine scored 13 goals for France. 13, that is still a record to this day, guys. 13, he broke for, what's the guy name? Sandor Kocsis' record, and his 13-goal record still stands up to this day. And France placed third at that event. So far, the Golden Boot winners, their teams have been doing pretty well. Okay, let's move on to 1962 World Cup hosted by Chile. So this one is quite interesting for those of you guys who didn't know this. In the 1962 World Cup, we had 6 players tied with the most goals. I'm not sure who it was given to for maybe the least amount of appearances, but let's just use 6 players tied with 6 goals, 4 goals each. My bad. I think, did I say 6 goals or 6 players with 4 goals each? So we had Florian Albert from Hungary scoring 4 goals. Hungary got to the quarterfinals, and Florian Albert was also voted the best young player of that tournament. So we had Valentin Ivanov scoring 4 goals for the Soviet Union, and the Soviet Union got to the quarterfinals. We had Garincha and Vava scoring 4 goals each for Brazil, and Brazil went on to win the 1962 World Cup. Drazen Hekovic scored 4 goals for Yugoslavia, and they placed 4th. And then we had Lionel Sanchez scoring 4 goals for Chile, and they placed 3rd. So let's move on to the 1966 event, when Eusebio scored 9 goals for Portugal, and Portugal placed 3rd at that World Cup. I can remember 4 of those goals because I actually covered Portugal's exploits at the 1966 World Cup. You know, Eusebio scored 4 goals in 1 match versus North Korea. So let's move on to 1970, that World Cup. Well, the 1966 World Cup was hosted by England, won by England. Let me mention that for those who don't know. 1970 World Cup hosted by Mexico. Gerd Muller, he scored 10 goals for West Germany, and West Germany placed 3rd at that tournament. 1974 World Cup hosted by West Germany. Grzegorz Lato scored 7 goals for Poland, and Poland placed 3rd. In 1978, the World Cup was hosted by Argentina, and Mario Kempes scored 6 goals for his team, and they went on to lift the World Cup trophy. In 1982, World Cup hosted by Spain. Paolo Rossi scored 6 goals for Italy, and as you should know, Italy went on to win their 3rd World Cup title. In 1986, to the quarterfinals. In 1990, the World Cup came back to Italy after they hosted it in 1934, and Salvatore Schillaci scored 6 goals for the Italian team, and they placed 3rd. 1994, we had another tie for the first for the Golden Boot. We had Oleg Salenko scoring 6 goals for Russia. He scored 5 goals in 1 game versus Cameroon. I think, yes, Cameroon. His team did not get out the group. So you see what I told you? You can still get Golden Boot. You could still win the Golden Boot if your team doesn't get out the group. Just remember that. But you have to score 4 goals or something like that. You got to be on fire. And we also had Hristo Stoichkov from Bulgaria scoring 6 goals for his team, and they placed 4th at that tournament. In 1998, we're talking about my territory when I started watching the World Cup. Davor Suker scored 6 goals for Croatia, and they placed 3rd. And in the 2002 World Cup, Ronaldo scored 8 goals for Brazil, and they won that World Cup. 2006, Miroslav Klose scored 5 goals for Germany, and they placed 3rd. And 2010, we had another tie. We had 4 players scoring 5 goals each for their teams. We had Diego Forlan scoring 5 goals for Uruguay. They placed 4th. We had Thomas Muller scoring 5 goals for Germany. They placed 3rd. We had Wesley Sneijder scoring 5 goals for the Netherlands. They placed 2nd. And David Villa, who I met just the other day, scored 5 goals for Spain, who went on to win the World Cup. Spain, right? And last but not least, the 2014 World Cup, we saw James Rodriguez winning the Golden Boot Award with 6 goals. Colombia only got to the quarterfinals. So that's just a quick recap of all the Golden Boot winners in every single World Cup in the history of the World Cup. What are you guys saying in the chat right now? So, okay. What's up? We have Daniel Refi up in here. Prime Time. What's up, Prime Time? Mo Beast, Santiago Valencia. What's up? Welcome to the stream, guys. Adnan, what's up, man? What up? What up? What up? The Red Gamer is up in here. We have, who else is here? Okay, we have Choli ZGZ. What's up? Never saw you here before, but thanks everyone who joined the stream, guys. You know, we are all, if you're late, and you can tell from the title, we are talking about my short list of possible Golden Boot winners, the candidates, whatever you want to call it, for the 2018 World Cup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through every single team and give you the players who I think might, or most likely will win the Golden Boot Award if the team gets far in the tournament, or, you know, just whoever wins it. I want to try to predict it. So let's get into this, guys. I'm going to start by, you know, start at Group A. Let's start at Group A as usual. Should start at A, do it in alphabetical order. So in Group A, we have Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay. So it doesn't matter how far the teams get. Even if I predicted that some teams won't get out the group or whatnot, or even though you predicted that some teams won't get out the group, there still can be a Golden Boot winner from that team. And if you don't know what the Golden Boot is for, it's for the player who scores the most goals at the tournament. So for Russia, I have one candidate. And that candidate is Fyodor Smolov. I just like the way he plays, and he is deadly in front of goals. He has been doing really, really well for FK Krasnodar, and I think he is the most potent striker on the Russian team. What do you guys think about Fyodor Smolov winning the Golden Boot Award if Russia gets far in a tournament, or, you know, even if they don't make it out the group? What do you guys think? He can definitely be the top goal scorer for Russia at the World Cup. Fyodor Smolov. I can't think of anyone else, for real. Maybe Golovin, but I expect Smolov to take the penalties and stuff like that, and, you know what I mean, and expect him to be in the most dangerous positions at all times. So my pick for Russia, Smolov. Okay, let's move on to Saudi Arabia. For Saudi Arabia, I have one pick also, and my pick for Saudi Arabia is Fahad Al-Muwallad. He scored in the recently completed international break, and I think he is one of the most deadly forwards for Saudi Arabia. I think a lot of people complain and say, he's good, he's fast, but he is not so clinical in front of goal. But from what I've seen lately, he's been scoring goals for the national team. He scored, I think, the winner. He scored a goal that got them into the World Cup, and he scored a goal in the last international break. So Fahad Al-Muwallad is my pick. What's your pick? Like, who are your picks for Russia and Saudi Arabia? Let's move on to Egypt. I have one name again, Mohamed Salah. He's been ripping it apart in the English Premier League, Champions League, every competition he plays in. for Egypt as well. He has been magnificent. He has been on fire, Mohamed Salah, man. It's like, you know, I'm just thinking, like, are we going to see another season like this from Salah next season? Like, you know, I hope he's not a one-season wonder at all. Well, he's been playing good for, you know, past few seasons, but it was never like this. It was never like this. And I'm thinking, I just hope we see more of this next season. It will be awesome. And who knows, will he still be in the Premier League? Let's wait and see. Okay? So what are you guys saying in the chat so far before matter of fact, let me finish the last one. Uruguay, 2 candidates, Edinson Cavani, of course, PSG, and Luis Suarez, potent striker from Barcelona, formerly of Liverpool. You know, these guys are deadly, amongst the most deadly strikers in history and currently in world football. So what do you guys think about my Group A picks? Let me know your Group A picks in the comment section down below if you're watching the replay, and you can let me know your Group A picks right now. So Adnan said that Salah will stay at Liverpool. I'm kind of thinking his character will make him want to stay at Liverpool. Like, he's a very humble guy and he's not there chasing down glory or anything. But if Real Madrid comes with the money, you know, and meets his bio clause, well, you got no choice. You gotta go, you know. That's Real Madrid. If Real Madrid come calling, you gotta go, man. You gotta go. So that's one of the biggest teams in the world. Like, it's big. They're bigger than Liverpool. So Salah must have dreamt of playing for Liverpool. Dreamt of playing for Real Madrid. You know. So if they come calling, he'll have to go. So let's move on to Group B, guys. And first team in Group, okay, let me recap the teams in Group B. In Group B, we have Portugal, Spain, Morocco, and Iran. So we have seen a Golden Boot winner from Portugal, Eusebio, back in 1966. I don't think we have seen any from any of the previous countries. Yes, Oleg Solenko from Russia. But Spain, Morocco, Iran. For Portugal, two names come to mind. I know Portugal has a lot of talented players and they have a lot of really good youngsters, but 2 names or 3 names. Let me add a third name to the list. Okay, so I'm gonna add a third name to the list. But Ronaldo, of course, he haven't scored a lot of goals at the World Cup. I think he have only scored 3 times, but he is always a threat. Always a threat. He's a threat in the air. He's a threat everywhere. The man is just really good. And if he gets the service and he keeps his composure and he calms himself down at the World Cup, he doesn't get too frustrated, he could do a lot of damage for Portugal. Their biggest stumbling block in that group, I think, is Spain. If they could get a really good result round of 16 with ease, and they will need Ronaldo to fire. Also, guys, do not take your eyes off my Manchester City's Bernardo Silva. That guy is so talented, and he can prove to be so golden for Portugal at the World Cup. Once Fernando Santos picks the right team and puts him in his team every time, he needs to be in the team. He's really good on the ball, really good first touch, and he has a wicked left foot. You know, you've seen it in the Premier League, you know, so Bernardo Silva. And last, I'm picking 3 guys. Andre Silva. Andre Silva, if he is playing, he can be deadly, and if he is on song, he could be deadly. But if he's not in the team, well, he won't be able to score. So those are my 3 picks for Portugal. Let's move on to Spain, guys. And for Spain, I got a few picks, 3 picks. It can be more, but I'm going with 3 because I can't put too much, because I don't think all the strikers will get as the equal amount of opportunity. Isco, you have to throw Isco in it. He's not a striker, but look at what he did versus Argentina. The guy is really talented, and I don't think he's getting the, respect he deserves, especially with Real Madrid. He should be in that Real Madrid team every time. Like, there should be no rumor about Isco being frustrated, wanting to leave, or where she should go. He should stay at Real Madrid. That's what I think. And, for Spain, he was brilliant in that last match. The next guy is actually Diego Costa. You guys know Diego Costa, deadly in front of goal. He is, hold up the ball very well, and he, rough up the defenders. Diego Costa could be amongst the goals at the World Cup once he's playing. And the other guy we have to look out for at the World Cup is Marco Asensio. Once he gets the opportunity, he can be deadly. So those are my 3 picks for Spain. For Morocco, I have 1 pick, and that guy is Hakim Ziyech. He takes the penalties for Morocco, so if they are awarded penalties, he would step up, he would put them away, and he's also a deadly striker. Plays for Ajax in the Dutch Eredivisie. So that's my pick for Morocco. For Iran, 2 names, my usual names, Mehdi Taremi and Sardar Azmoun. Those guys gonna have to come up with the goods for Iran at the World Cup. If they don't, and the other guy, Jahan Bash, don't come up, good with the in front of goal, Iran is gonna definitely struggle to put them in the back of the net. What do you guys think about my Group B picks? What are your picks? Let me know in the chat, guys. So we have Adnan said Philip, or do you say Morocco will get destroyed? Better said Ziyech. Daniel Refi, Azmoun. Billy Boy, so USA fans can't be here. Everyone can be here. This is for everyone. This discussion is for everyone. We are a fan of football, If your team get knocked out of the World Cup, what are you going to do? You're going to stop watching? So we are a fan of football right here. We got Drift RX01 up in here. What's up, man? Mo Beast. What up, what up, what up? So, okay. So let's move on to Group C, guys, where we have France, Australia, Peru, and Denmark. Very, very tricky group. And we have some potential golden boot winners in this group. So for France, guys, 2 names. Kylian Mbappe, look out for him. Look out for him also winning Best Young Player at the event. We are not going to get into that because I have to make a whole video similar to this one about the Best Young Player at the tournament. And my second name for France is Antoine Griezmann. Look out for these 2 guys. They would be deadly for France at the World Cup. Well, France actually have a lot of players who could put them in the back of the net. So, but these two guys, deadly. Very, very deadly. Especially Kylian Mbappe. Like, how good is he? How good is he for such a young boy? But for Australia, guys, I have 1 name, and that guy is the captain, Mile Jedinak. He will step up to take the penalties. So you expect him to, score the most goals for Australia if they actually score a lot of goals, And for Peru, Jefferson Farfan, and we have Paulo Guerrero, of course, the biggest threats for Peru in Group C. And for Denmark, come on, guys. Come on. I leave the second name for last. So Pione Sisto. Look out for Pione Sisto. He is the darkest guy on the Danish team if you don't know who he is. And he is fast. He plays for Celta Vigo. He used to play for Midtjylland. And he is really good. Look out for him at the World Cup. And Christian Eriksen, man. How good is this guy? Is he going to continue playing for Tottenham Hotspur after the World Cup? Because if he does really well at the tournament, we can see a big move, you know? We could see, well, he is up there. He is highly rated, but it will be the meteoric rise of Christian Eriksen. I always pictured Christian Eriksen playing for Barcelona for some reason. I could actually see Tottenham Hotspur maybe swapping with Ivan Rakitic. Like, give me Rakitic, take, you know, Christian Eriksen with some money as well. Look out for that move. Look out for that move. Eriksen is, I think he is way too good to be playing for Tottenham. Tottenham's not winning trophies. He need to be winning trophies. So those are my picks for Group C. What are your thoughts on those? Let me know in the comment section down below if you're watching the replay. Okay, we have Prime Time said, okay, Prime Time. Who else do we have? Oh, we have Football Pharaoh up in here. Welcome to the stream, Football Pharaoh, my friend. Football Pharaoh, man. You know, Football Pharaoh, you need to do a live stream video as well. Okay, I'm recommending. I'm trying to put you on to the live streams. You should do it. It's pretty cool. You get to talk to the boys and, you know, you get to say as much as you can. You get to make mistakes. You get to just feel comfortable in front of the camera. So let's move on to Group D. In Group D, we have Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, and Nigeria. This is the group of death. But I think, you know, Group C is kind of deathy, you know. So, you know, a lot of the groups are really, really, really hard. But Group D is hard, you know. And for Group D, for Argentina, my picks for possible Golden Boot candidates are no other than Lionel Messi, of course, guys. Come on. You got to put him on the list. You got to put him on the list. Like, he's so good. He scored the bulk of Argentina's goals during the qualifiers, and he is the main man for Barcelona. He is the main man for Argentina. Everywhere he is the main man, center of attention. Lionel Messi. The greatest footballer ever. It's debatable. Next person, Paulo Dybala. There has been debate on whether he will be at the World Cup, but Jorge Sampaoli will be an idiot if he does not pick Dybala in his World Cup squad. Like, how you won't pick Dybala in your World Cup squad and you got all these other bits and pieces players? Like, you have to sacrifice someone. Maybe someone like Funes Mori or somebody. Like, come on. How could you have Lanzini in your squad but not Dybala? It makes no sense. Don't tell me how he is too similar to Messi or whatever. Like, it's dumb. Why can't you have two players who are really, really brilliant on the field at the same time? Like, come on. Come on. How intimidating that would be. So, Paulo Dybala, let me throw him in there. Throw him in it. Gonzalo Higuain, man. You got to put him on there because he is a big hit and miss. Like, he could be really, 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 really brilliant, like what he did versus Tottenham Hotspur for Juventus. But then he can be really, really lackluster, like, you know, he is for Argentina. So that one is kind of, you know, I don't know. And Angel Di Maria, because he is very good, he is talented, he is brilliant, and he can spring up a few surprises, maybe a few goals from distance, you know, maybe a free kick, you know, if Messi is not there to take it or whatnot. So Di Maria, Iceland, one name springs to mind, Gylfi Sigurdsson. Hopefully he will be fit enough for the World Cup, so he can be firing on maybe like 5 cylinders. You know, if he's a 6-cylinder, at least firing on 5 cylinders. They will need him to take their free kicks. They will need him to, you know, maybe swing in a few corners and take the penalties and stuff like that. He will be a very, very instrumental player, a very, very important player for Iceland. Look at what, you know, they did without him in the last international break. They did horrible. So they will need him. Definitely will need him. And for Croatia, I have 2 names on the list. 2 names those names are Mario Mandzukic. Gotta put him on there. Gotta put him on there. He's really, good in front of goal, as you guys should know by now. And the next player is Ivan Perisic, who can be very, very, very deadly. I'm not putting Rakitic. I'm not putting Luka Modric on the list because these guys are not really goal scorers. They score the odd goal now and again, but they're not like regular goal scorers. So what do you guys think? I'm not done. I'm not done. Why am I jumping the gun? Nigeria. I got quite a few for Nigeria. At first, I was like running a little blank on Nigeria, but then I was like, they have Kelechi Iheanacho. He was so good in front of goal for Manchester City, but since he moved to Leicester, he's not getting enough minutes, and maybe that's affecting his potency. So he will need to come good for Nigeria at the World Cup if they want to get out the group, if they want to get far, if they want to create some history for the African nations. Then we have Odion Igalo. Okay, Igalo forward. And then Victor Moses. He can play as a wing back. He can play as a forward. He has, I think, 12 or 11 goals for the national team. So he is a goal scorer on the international stage. And he is deadly, as we should know if you watch Chelsea every week. Then we have Ahmed Musa, the Leicester man, currently on loan at CSKA Moscow. We all know how good he is in front of goal. So who are your picks for Group D? Let me know. Well, who are your picks from the teams from Group D? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about that right now? Okay, yes, Adnan Iheanacho has scored 8 goals in 15 games for Nigeria. Victor Moses might score a few too. Igalo is strong and fast, but isn't a great finisher. Really good addition. I saw Perisic. King Philip said, I saw Perisic play live, and that boy is not good. He is weak on movement. Well, maybe in that match, but he was not a Manchester United target for nothing. He has been at, I think, Inter Milan for a while, and, the few times I've seen him play, really impressive, man. Okay. Icardi too. Well, yes, Icardi, but I think Dybala might get a little luckier than Icardi. To be honest, I haven't really watched a lot of Icardi, but I know he scores a lot of goals for Inter Milan, like the bulk of their goals. I know he's very clinical in front of goal and all of that. So definitely Icardi deserves a shout as well. And you guys could add as many names as you want. So let's move on to the second half. Second half, guys. Halftime break. Matter of fact, let's take a halftime break as usual. Drink a little water. Read a few more comments. Okay. Brian said that Argentina is overrated. They are overrated. Maybe because they have Lionel Messi. But when you check their record, not too bad. That period between 1978 and 1990 was really good. We had Diego Maradona in that period. We had Mario Kempes and a few, Passarella, a few more other guys. And they had a really good, manager as well. So I think the manager matters a lot too. If you have a legendary manager, it does help. They were in the World Cup 6 and 1990. And then they made it back to the finals again in 2014. So their battle with Germany, continued. It's crazy. 1986, 1990, and 2014, Germany versus Argentina finals. Messi single-handedly got Argentina to the World Cup. Take Messi out of the equation, they wouldn't be there. Yes, correct. Definitely great point there. Prime time, definitely. King Philip, Croatia has one of the best midfielder squad. Saw them play live. Croatia forward can't move in open space. Well, that's why you have guys like Mario Mandzukic, who's a little bit slower. They play different. They play a different style, you know, but it all boils down to selection. I bet there is some really good, like, fast forwards in Croatia, but it boils down to selection, squad selection, team selection on the day. So maybe that has been affecting Croatia across since they did really well in 1998. They had a deadly striker, deadly, world's most deadly, Davor Suker, but I don't think they were able to replicate their form ever since at all. Okay, what did Etel said that Argentina is Messi without Messi. Definitely, really, really great point as well. Let's move on to Group E, guys. In Group E, we have Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Serbia. We have seen quite a few Golden Boot winners from Brazil: Ronaldo, Leonidas, Vava, Garrincha. You know, so my candidates for Brazil: Gabriel Jesus, and put a star and or asterisk on Gabriel Jesus's name, because he will be one of the prime candidates to win the Golden Boot at the World Cup. Mark my words. Remember, I said it on this day, the 2nd of April, 2018. And of course, you got to throw Neymar in it as well. Hopefully he recovers in time for the World Cup and he doesn't get injured again. Remember, he picked up a nasty injury at the 2014 World Cup. Things could have been different. It could have been him winning the Golden Boot at the 2014 World Cup. But he picked up a nasty injury versus Colombia, and, you know, he saw his team lose 7-1 and then lose by a big margin again in the 3rd place playoff. So let's hope this doesn't happen to Neymar again. Okay, 2 more names. Willian, have to throw him in there. He has been really good for Chelsea across the past few seasons, and you have to mention him when it comes to goals. He takes the free kicks, some of them. Well, Brazil is going to have a lot of free kick takers in the team. So, but if the angle is right and it's most suitable for Willian, he's going to take him. Or we can see Philip Coutinho, who's also on the list, taking some of those free kicks as well. So we have Coutinho, Willian, Neymar, Gabriel Jesus. Look out for those names winning the Golden Boot award at the 2018 World Cup. For Switzerland, I have 2 names on there: Jordan Shaqiri, who scored a hat-trick at the last World Cup, and Breel Embolo. Those are the 2 names. If you have more, you can add them in the comment section down below. But these 2 players, I think, will be most dangerous for Switzerland. You could also throw Dimitri Orbelin in there as well if he makes it to the World Cup. I think he will. And if he gets enough minutes on the field, he could also prove to be a threat in front of goal. For Costa Rica, 2 names: Marco Orenia. That guy, man, that guy is Costa Rica's beast. So they will need him to come good. Also, Brian Ruiz, who was so good at the 2014 World Cup, taking Costa Rica all the way to the quarterfinals. I don't think Joel Campbell, I think he's injured right now, and he is not the same player he was 4 years ago. Arsene Wenger just spoiled the guy, you know, sending him out on loan after loan after loan after loan after loan. So you could also throw Joel Campbell in there if he makes it to the cut. So let's move on to Serbia. I have 1 name on the list. Serbia doesn't have a lot of goal scoring threat. I think that's just what I think. You know, they will have a few goals from different players. You know, most deadly players on the Serbian team is Alexander Mitrovic. He plays for Fulham in the English Championship. So look out for Mitrovic at the World Cup. What are your thoughts on my picks for the Group E teams? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know right here in the chat. Okay, what are you guys saying? Okay. All right. We have, okay. You guys are not really saying anything. So if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button, make sure you hit it right now. Let's get those likes up. Let's move on to Group F, guys. We have Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and Korea Republic. We have seen a Golden Boot winner from Germany in 1970 when Gerd won it. We have seen Thomas Muller did it 8 years ago as well. Miroslav Klose did it in 2006. So Germany, you know, we can see someone from Germany on this list, and they have a lot of candidates, but I have a few names. Thomas Muller again. Yes, you got to put him in there, throw him in there. Timo Werner. This could be his breakout tournament. This could be the tournament where the name Werner is going to be familiar to everyone who hears it. And it's not Werner. It's not Werner. Okay? It's Werner. Okay? God. You know, you watching people make videos sometimes. I know I make mistakes with different types of names, like Croatian names and, you know, those names from the Balkans, but come on. Werner, not Werner. God. Anyways, then Mario Gomez, if he makes it to the squad, you got to put him in there. He was terrible in the last international break, but he can prove to be Miroslav Klose-esque for Germany at the World Cup. They always use a type of, you know, striker like that. Tall, focal point, you know, poacher, you know, deadly, 6 yards out. That's Germany for you. Also, maybe you could throw Sandro Wagner in there if he gets the chance. Those are the names I'm throwing in there. You will have, you know, goals from guys like Draxler and Stindl if he makes it, Ozil, but I don't think those players will be Golden Boot candidates. For Mexico, Hervin Chucky Lozano, gotta put him in there. Javier Hernandez, definitely have to put him in there. You know, he will be in the squad. He will play, and he knows how to score goals. He is not the same Chicharito that he was when he, you know, was first signed by Manchester United, but he is still okay. He's still okay. And the third name I'm going to throw in there is the defender Miguel Layun. That guy is really, really good. He is good. He can put him in the back of the net from far out. And remember I said it, he will pick up a few goals for Mexico at the World Cup. Who knows, he might be their top goal scorer. For Sweden, Marcus Berg. Remember he scored, I think, 4 or 5 goals versus Luxembourg in qualifiers. So he is definitely one of their deadliest forwards. And also Ola Toivonen, very, very deadly in front of goal. So those are my picks for Sweden. For Korea Republic, I have one name, Son Heung-min or Heung-min Son. However, Sonaldo, however, whatever you want to call him, he plays for Tottenham Hotspur and he is really good. Really, really good. I think he should stay at Tottenham Hotspur, you know, finish off your career right there. Right there. That's a really good team for you. Son Heung-min Son. So what do you think about my Group F picks? Let me know yours in the comment section down below. I'm going to move right on to Group G. In Group G, we have Belgium, Panama, Tunisia, and England. We have seen a Golden Boot winner from England in 1986 in Gary Lineker. Remember, guys? Belgium, man. Belgium, oh, man. I really admire this team. I haven't settled on my team for the World Cup as yet. But if I had to settle right now, right now, it can be Belgium. They are in it. They are in it, man. I really, really admire the roster, and the team is just stacked up with talent on top of talent. Okay, so we have, for Belgium, Romelu Lukaku. Of course, you got to put him in there. He bagged a few in the last international break. He is deadly. He is fast. He is fast. I have a love-hate kind of relationship with him because he plays for Manchester United, you know. But I watch United games because I'm a Man City fan. I watch them so I can know what's really going on. You know, you got to keep your enemies close. And he is fast. I'm like, For a big guy, he is fast. I'm telling you, across a few yards. And I was like, damn. And he is strong, he's tall, and he will prove to be very, very, very deadly for Belgium if they want to even win the World Cup. You know, could we see a new team winning it? Let's just wait and see. Kevin De Bruyne, my boy De Bruyne, former Chelsea, Wolfsburg player, now Manchester City player, Kevin De Bruyne. We all know how brilliant he is, and I will not talk about him anymore. Also, Eden Hazard. Like, could you imagine Hazard and Kevin De Bruyne in the same team? Like, it's crazy. Raja Niangolan in the same team. Like, oh, this is sick. This is sick. Axel Witsel. All these guys playing in the same team. Like, come on. And I could throw a whole lot of other names in it, but I won't. You know, so those are my picks for Belgium. For Panama, one name I have, and I saw him, I saw him in highlights, but that did it for me. Gabriel Torres. Like, I was like, this guy, if Panama is to score a few goals at the World Cup, Gabi Torres, look out for that name. Look him up, and you will see what I'm talking about. Tunisia, one name, and it's the same name that I got from the last time. That guy, one name, Msatni. So I don't really know much about Tunisia. For real, that team is so vague, and a lot of people could say the same thing. I really don't know. What are you guys saying for Tunisia? What are you saying for Tunisia? Let me see. What are you guys saying? Kazri. Okay. We have Amadou Sai up in here. What's up, Amadou, man? Ryan KSA. What's up? Welcome to the stream, guys. If you haven't smashed the thumbs up button, make sure you do it. Remember, this is episode 28 of my series, 100 Days to the 2018 World Cup, of course. 28 episodes in. So that means I have 72 episodes left. Every single day. Like every day. Along with normal life, work, everything else. Kids, wife, everything. Like, come on. Why did I do it to myself? But England. Let's go on to England. I have 3 candidates. Dele Alli. You guys seen what he did to Chelsea? You seen what he did to Chelsea? Was it yesterday or the day before? But it was the day before. He is good. I don't like him. I don't like his attitude, but he is good. You must give it to him. And Jamie Vardy. You gotta put him in there. The guy is potent striker. He is a potent striker. He came from nowhere. And could you believe that he will be at the World Cup? I bet he can't believe in himself. And of course, Harry Kane, once he's fit and, you know, firing on all cylinders. So what are your thoughts on my picks for England? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know your thoughts on all my Group G picks. Last but not least, guys, Group H, we have Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan. For Poland, I have one single name on it. One name, and it's Robert Lewandowski. Okay, so who do you think from Poland could actually be on this list? What do you guys think? What are you saying? Who from Poland? Lewandowski. No other names. Okay. Let's move on to Senegal. French-speaking African nation, Senegal. Okay, one name on the list because he is the standout player, Sadio Mane. Or people from the West Indies would say Sadio. What's up, Sadio? Sadio Mane of Liverpool. Player, not because he plays for a rival team, Liverpool. Really admire him. So Liverpool have a few entrants on this list. Mohamed Salah as well. Maybe I should have put Bobby Firmino on the list too. But anyways, let's move on to Colombia. They they had the winner of the last Golden Boot Award, and I have to put him back on the list, James Rodriguez. Don't call me James. My name is James. Okay? And Falcao, he will finally get a chance to be at the World Cup. He was on fire 4 years ago. Like, I was hearing, like, I wasn't really following, like, club football, European football a lot. I was an international man. And I'm hearing this name, Falcao, and I'm like, I like this name. Is he Brazilian or something? I like this Falcao name. But he picked up a nasty injury and he missed the tournament. What if Falcao was at the 2014 World Cup? Could Colombia have gotten all the way to the final, maybe? But they would have had to get past Brazil if they needed to get to the semifinals, and they would have met Germany. And who knows what would have happened to them? But maybe not a 7-1 though. You know, maybe. But my other pick is actually Luis Muriel. That guy, I think he plays for Sevilla. He used to play for, in Italy, I think for Inter. Now he's for Sevilla, I think. I might be wrong, but Luis Muriel. And the other short striker, Izquierdo. He plays for Brighton Hove Albion. Brighton Hove Albion, I think, right? Yeah, those names, those guys, very, very good in front of goal, and they are Colombia's future. And last but not least, Japan, guys, Kisuke Honda and Shinji Okazaki. Those are my two candidates. So there you have it. I named a candidate, at least one candidate from each of the 32 teams that will be participating at the 2018 World Cup. I didn't leave anyone out. I didn't eliminate any team to say, oh, that team isn't going to make it to the round of 16. Let me not name top goal scorer, possible contender. Let me not do it. No, I'm actually keeping this one open, an open mind with this one. And you know, I hope you guys actually enjoy the video if you're watching the replay, you know, where I give you a whole rundown of, you know, all the players who won the Golden Boot Award in the history of the World Cup and possible Golden Boot winners for the 2018 World Cup. So that's it for the bulk of the video, for the you know, all the details. So right now I will do a very, very short Q&A. You know, this video will end in 7 minutes. I will do a very short Q&A to chat with you guys a little, and then I will, you know, get back to life, normal life stuff. Got a lot of things to do. Got a lot of more episodes to write to. So what are you guys saying in the chat? If you have any questions for me now, feel free to do so. It's an open forum. Guys, don't forget. What happened there in the chat? Okay. Don't forget, guys, every time I make a video, what I'm actually doing is I'm opening a forum for discussion. I might not put all the details that you want in the video, or all the details that I should have put. I'm only one man. I'm human, and I have time restraints. So a lot of times people comment and say things in the chat, or I make a mistake. What, I'm not supposed to make any mistake? Like I'm not supposed to? Am I a robot? Like, you know, come on. You know, I'm going to make mistakes, guys. And I appreciate when people correct me, but you have to correct me in the proper way. Don't just correct me, and because I'm thinking I just made a whole video and that's all you had to say. Like you had nothing else to say. You had nothing else to say about, oh, I really enjoyed the video, but you made a slight mistake. You're just going to come out and say, I made this mistake. That's, I really don't like that. Like that just shows me that you're very unappreciative of what I'm doing, and you only point out my faults. You know, like I made a whole video. I said over 1,000 words, but I messed up 10 words or talk about it. You're going to want to comment. Don't do that. Anyways, enough of me ranting. I just had to get that out. Anyways, questions. Okay. Questions. Any questions, guys? Let me know right now. Let me know right now. You're going to lose Liverpool versus Man City. All right. You know, if it happens, it's just life, man. You have to learn to accept your losses. Definitely learn to accept your defeats. Danny Referee said what? Egypt or Morocco? Oh, maybe you're not talking to me. Do you think Ireland will qualify for the next World Cup? It's very tricky because they got to the playoffs. So if I think they can, yes. Yes. Will they? That's up to Ireland. I think they can. They have to start working on honing some new talent. That's the whole thing. Maybe they need to work on the Irish League or something. You know what I mean? Maybe some money need to be injected into the league. You know, who knows? And get a lot of youngsters interested in the game, and maybe that would spark something. Again, it could be, who knows? It could be, you know, maybe Ireland don't get enough immigrants from other countries, because that helps a lot. If you look at a lot of other teams, why they're so good, it's a lot of immigrants. A lot of immigrants are coming in who's crazy about football and, you know, making the team so much better. Look at Germany. Look at those teams. So that's very, very, very good question. Very, very good question. But Ireland, they have a lot of work to do. They need to work on getting a deadly striker and someone in the midfielder who is really, 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 really good. You know, so look at Wales. They have Gareth Bale, but they have Ramsey. You know, those guys are really good. Maybe if Gareth Bale didn't get injured, maybe Wales could have qualified. So Ireland need to work on getting some better talent. Okay, Arturo Vasquez just donated $2 to the super chat. Guys, if you have super chat donations, please feel free to do so. I really appreciate it. It shows that you support the movement. Okay, can Mexico tie Germany? It is possible. If they are to achieve any positive result versus Germany, it will be a draw. I don't think they got it in them to defeat the Germans. Like, the Germans they're too good. They're too good. And they don't get knocked out until maybe like the quarterfinals, the earliest. So if Mexico want to get out of that group, they either need to win both their games versus let me take a look so I don't make any mistakes. Sweden and Korea Republic. They need wins versus those two teams. The minimum points that Mexico can go through with, I think they need 5 or 4. Anything less, that Mexico will not qualify for the round of 16. But it's a kind of tricky group because it has Korea Republic, whom I think I knocked them out already. So I'm writing them off. So I think if Sweden draw versus Korea and Mexico can achieve a draw versus Sweden and defeat Korea, and then Sweden gets beaten by Germany, then Mexico has a really good chance of going through. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Questions. Why are the Germans so good at football? Is it in their genes? Okay, I'm gonna tell you why the Germans are so good at everything. At least what I think. I think it starts from drilling it into kids very early. You know, I think that's where it stemmed from. You know, if you want to be, like, for example, if I really want to be a really, really good YouTuber, like a super YouTuber, I could actually, you know, I'm doing it so much that I'm getting better and better and better and better. I think if I had, like, say, for example, more time, like if this is all I did in my life, like I will be so much better because I have all my time to dedicate to it. And I think players are dedicating all their time to getting better and better and better and better at football, doing the same things over and over and over and over again. You know, if you check these German players, these guys have been in academy since they were kids. Since they were kids, you know what I'm saying? This is not no 17-year-old who just decide he want to play football and he gets really good, and you know, no, these guys have been doing this, eating, sleeping, shitting football since they were young, you know. So I think that's why they're really good with football and a lot of other things, you know. There might be that rare talent, you know, that comes through without actually doing any of those things, but with Germany, I think they engineer players, you know, and that's just my take on that. Also, and they take very, very good advantage of their very, very loose immigration policies. They have a lot of immigrants in the country, and they make very, very good use of the talent pool it brings with it. So hope that answers the question. Could you name the Turkish players? Is that question for me, Johnny Knoxville? I don't think so. Or maybe that's for prime time. All right. Do you watch NBA? No, I don't. I watch a little bit of cricket now and again, but not as much these days. I watch football only. Okay. What is your favorite World Cup event? Asked King Philip. My favorite World Cup event? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't get it. Which World Cup was my favorite? Which World Cup event is my favorite? You gotta be more specific with that. Mr. Technical FC, what's up? What's up? Are you going to Russia? Definitely not. I have a whole life to live here. You know, I have work to go to. You know, I have kids. You know, I have a wife. You know, I can't just leave and go to Russia because of football. Maybe if I was single and I had no cares in the world, you know, but not going to Russia at all. Which World Cup was my favorite? Very, very good question. It has to be the first World Cup I've seen, which was the 1998 World Cup. You know, I was so fascinated with that tournament. That was my first ever World Cup. I didn't even know this thing existed. And, you know, the first time is the sweetest. I was just about to sing the first cut is the deepest. But yes, it is. The first cut is the deepest. You know, can remember Davos Suker scoring those penalties. You know, he was so good. Really, really good. I got to see Ronaldo for the first time. You had guys like Dale Nielsen, Bebeto. You know, I saw when Eb Sand from Denmark ran onto the field like within seconds and he scored. You know, it was really, really nice, man. I saw Carlos Valderrama. I think he was at that World Cup. That was his last World Cup for Colombia with the big hair. I saw Romania. All the players on the team had their hair dyed in blonde. You know, so I could, you know, that was one of my favorite World Cups to this day. To this day. The other memories from the World Cup is very, very vague, but I definitely could remember, like, for example, Norway, they had Havard Flo and Tor Andre Flo, and Norway defeated they defeated Brazil. And, you know, so one of my, you know, most favorite World Cups. Okay. Hello, ask, which team will you support in the World Cup? I'm still deciding. I'm still deciding. Definitely still deciding. Actually zeroing in on Belgium right now. Really like the look of that team, but I haven't made up my mind as yet. Haven't yet, but Belgium sounds good, right, guys? Sounds really, really good. Sounds good. Okay. Last question. Which powerhouse would you like to win? like a powerhouse, meaning that maybe they have won the World Cup already and whatnot. Okay. It might have to be powerhouse. Oh, it might have to be Brazil. It might definitely have to be them. They're always favorites. And we all love, most of us, majority of us love the Brazilian team, you know. A lot of people, oh, that's all they know about Brazil anyway. But guys, man, thanks for everyone who have joined the live stream for the 28th episode of my series, 100 Days to the 2018 FIFA World Cup, where I drop in a video every single day, every day until the World Cup, where I will continue to drop videos every single day again. But man, I really appreciate your time. You know, for those of you guys who are watching the replay, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up button. Let me know all your thoughts, your feelings, all your concerns, everything in the comment section down below. Keep it respectful. You know, say no to racism. And until next time, guys, I like to say peace out. Rich Squad!